podcast, America's most beloved podcast, the most downloaded Red Sox podcast in the world. It is the Friendsgiving episode, which means Brock Holt's late, is giving his kid a bath, but we are joined by Business Pat. I asked him before we came on, I was like, listen, you ain't got to stay for the whole show. I know you got business meetings. I know you got to like fly. You have flights. You have helicopter flights where maybe the helicopter is stationary. It's in the air, but it's like it just kind of like hovers in the same area. Like, I know that you have stuff to do. I know you're a busy guy. How many restaurants do you own now? Restaurant bars?
7.
Like every time I go on Pat's TikTok now, I'm a frequent Pat Light TikTok commenter.
You are.
Those are the only TikToks that I comment on. Like, you will not find a comment on TikTok from me on anything other than Pat Light TikToks. But I go on there and I just see that that's how I keep up with the businesses. Is now we're up to 7 different bars and restaurants now, and we've branched outside of Hoboken.
1 in Philly, yeah.
1 in Philly. What the fuck was that?
I opened TikTok because I'm going to follow Pat Light.
Oh, you don't follow Pat Light on TikTok?
I'm not on the talk a lot.
I'm not either. I only go on there to watch stuff. I mean, I probably watch, I don't know, anywhere between 8 to 9 hours of TikToks a day, but I don't post.
Right.
I'm on there.
The number one suggested follow when you follow Pat Light, Jared Carabas.
Oh, shoot me a follow.
I also don't follow.
I'm trying to get those numbies up right now.
There's also a tutorial on how to buy 6 bars/restaurants. Is this what this is, Pat?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, I just tell people that I raise money from people. That's the synopsis of that.
Yeah. But it's all good content. Like, if you're looking to get into business, it's kind of like Pat Light is kind of like the Gary V of
business.
Awful example. That's so mean.
Why is that mean?
He's a failure.
He's not a
failure. No, he's not.
What
Did he bankrupt off NFTs?
No. Jake, go look up what Gary V's net worth is right now. I guarantee you it's
a lot.
It's a number that none of us will ever attain besides Pat himself.
It's higher than I anticipated.
Yeah.
200 mil.
200. Yep. Oh, what a fucking loser, Tyler. You idiot.
How insulting, Jared.
Yeah,
I apologize.
To compare Pat Light to Gary V, what a fucking idiot. What a bum.
Pat might be richer.
$200 million.
Pat, are you richer?
Not yet.
Gary V, no.
Gary V's got like 10, 15 years on Pat. What, Pat? One of the big... We're also joined by Coley Mick. Maybe you've heard of him. Tyler's here, I guess.
Hey, konnichiwa.
The people want to know, and I want to know, since the last time... Not since the last time you've been on. Since you stepped away from the podcast, how much money have you made? Not total. I'm not asking. I mean, if you want to tell us what your total net worth is, how much money you have liquid, what your net worth is, I'm just asking you, since you left the podcast, how much money have you made? Like, is it worth it? Double thumbs up. Is it rain?
Yeah. I miss you guys. I'm not gonna tell you how much money I've made, but
is it a lot or no? Are you happy?
Yeah.
Oh, you made a fuck ton. Did you double up? Did you triple up?
Since I left the pod, no, I have not doubled my income.
No, I'm saying
if you're not richer, you have to come back.
Yeah, it's like, is it working? Like,
I am richer than I was when I was on the show. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, by how much?
Not that huh?
He's like, I found a crisp 20 on my walk home today.
Like, percentage-wise.
I would be really excited about that.
Percentage-wise. All right, so you had 100%, and then how much did you increase since you left the show? By like 20%?
Yeah, maybe 10 or 20%.
That's great. That's worth it.
Yeah.
That's worth it. Hiccup there. Have you ever considered, you know how Chris Cotillo does the stupid ass workshops? Have you ever considered doing business workshops?
No, I don't actually. Even the stuff that I post on TikTok about like actual business, it's pretty mundane stuff. I don't really enjoy teaching people things.
That's all you talk about. What do you mean? It's
no, but like actually running a business, like the stuff I talk about on TikTok is like the very, very, very surface level things. Like I have no interest in diving into how I look at profit loss statements with people online.
Would you say you live a glamorous life?
I think I think people would think that. Yeah.
Can you give us some insight as to how you would, if someone were to, if there was like a Pat Light to the last detail accuracy biopic made, and someone watched that, what kind of details would we see? What would the audience walk away from that being like, man, I wish I was business Pat. Like, where did my life go wrong where I'm not living like business
We're
Pat?
supposed to pretend like nothing happened.
Jerry, you froze. I didn't catch any of that.
You know what I said, Pat?
What?
So I'll give you the gist of what I said, right?
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I was saying, if someone made a 100% accurate biopic about your life,
yeah,
and how would they walk away from that feeling like, where would the jealousy level be?
Of like my lifestyle?
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think people would be a little jealous. I think.
Tell me why.
Here's the thing.
Coley.
What
I'm actually
level?
hold on. I'm going to reference Coley here a little bit because I actually think that Coley, the type of person that Coley is, other people like him don't really give a shit about doing those types of things.
No.
So wouldn't be jealous. But I do believe that there is a large number of people out there that would like to do those things.
What are those things? Can you go into detail?
I don't know, take a helicopter ride to Philadelphia to just get drunk for the night. That's a pretty cool thing to do on a Saturday.
So you're just like, are you able to write off your liquor expenses as business expense?
Yeah. I went down there on the thought that we were going to meet with some bar owners. The person who was supposed to set that up did not do a good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have an assistant?
Not your fault.
Do you have an assistant?
I do, yeah.
Male or female?
Female.
What is her degree in? What do you have to go to school for to become business Pat's assistant?
I have no idea what her degree is. I did not. That was not one of the.
She didn't give you a resume? Like when you hired her, you didn't.
Oh, she might have. I don't think I looked at it, though.
Was it your decision?
All I care about, like,
do you have a team?
It's my decision. Yeah, I have a lot. We have a theoretical, like, the people you're talking about. We have like maybe 7 people working for the company.
The Light Group.
Yeah, but if you talk about the bars, we're talking about 100 employees.
Do you have a publicist?
No, I don't.
Do you think you need one?
No, I think it would be good to get. I think it'd be good to get out there a little bit more into other different things about what I do for a living, just because it brings opportunities.
Yeah.
So I think a publicist would help that.
Sure.
But no, I haven't done that yet.
What's like a day in the life of Pat Light's assistant? Like, what does that day look like?
It's going through like emails and handling things I don't want to do.
That's what I'm jealous of. Like, I don't get jealous of the helicopter rides to go get drunk.
Yeah.
I can do that in my own home. The someone handling all the monotonous shit, extremely jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the better hires I ever had because it freed me up to go just and like do what I want to do. Like I don't like her whole goal is just to get through my email and do everything in there, and now I don't do any of it. It's just quite nice.
The question I was going to ask before you cut me off to compliment me, kind of, what level of wealth did you hit where you became a Tony Romo blank hat guy?
I don't understand the reference.
You're wearing a hat with nothing on it at the moment. Just a blank hat, like an undercover cop.
Yeah.
What level of wealth before I started doing this?
Yeah, like, because you used to wear a hat that you and Brock wore the same hat for a long time. And then you wore, like, I don't know, a Pirates hat, some shit like that. Now you just wear a hat with nothing. So what level, when did you look at your bank account and say, you know what, I just want to flex fit and with nothing on it.
It was expensive, Pat, wasn't it? Tell the truth.
The hat wasn't. It was Lululemon.
That's at least $150.
Oh, is it?
At least.
They ask if he wants the receipt. He says "fuck you" and walks out of the store. That's what he does.
I don't know how to answer that question, Coley. I didn't start wearing these hats until probably at least 5 restaurants in. If that helps.
It does. It does.
Brock, how much money do you have?
Not as much as Pat.
Pat's got a ton of money.
false.
Like, have you ever in your entire life / career played with someone who was so bad but ended up like? I mean, Pat is probably the premier success story for guys who play professional baseball, and it's like, maybe this isn't for me. Those guys usually end up on Cameo. Pat Light is like he has like his net worth is like $25 million.
He's laughing, so it might be more.
It might be
Definitely
more.
For sure
He's
more.
laughing at 25 million.
Yeah.
He tries to downplay it. He tries to downplay it. My theory is that Pat Light has multiple homes, and anytime that he records a podcast, like he's had the same place in Hoboken since like his playing days, basically, and he'll go there to record. So it seems like the come up isn't what it really is, but like the dude, we're probably talking between $25 to $30 million in terms of net worth.
He's had his apartment rebuilt in his mansion, like a Seinfeld set.
Yeah. He reconstructed his apartment inside his 55,000 square foot mansion in Malibu. It's crazy.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep laughing it off, pal. You got. We figured that shit out 15 minutes in.
Can I ask Pat a baseball question? I know he doesn't do that anymore. He's business. Well, because like the Red Sox just hired Craig Breslow and Andrew Bailey.
That was a slip of the tongue. Coley, another thing about like being secretive about your life. Like Coley works for the Boston Red Sox, and he just dropped a "we" and then tried to change it up.
Listen, we're moving past that.
Yeah.
With like how they view pitching, especially Breslow, are you envious? And I'm not asking this question to be a dick, I promise, but are you envious you didn't come up in a Red Sox organization that had any idea how to develop pitchers?
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
And do you think now, to follow that, do you think now that they do, will they sign you to come pitch for them?
I'll add on, and were you offended that they reached out to Brock Holt and other Red Sox players and did not care to ask your opinion about Craig Breslow?
Right.
All right. Well,
and just to
Jake,
add on
you got
to that,
anything? Let's keep adding. So this is going to be about a 10-part question, and we want you to answer all of them
in order. You got to remember
in order.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that upset, Coley. I don't think I would have been successful regardless.
Didn't Brock ask the first question?
No, with that
no, Coley did. He's on.
Okay,
He's locked in.
I got fucked up. All right, good job, Pat.
Yeah, anytime. This is bad. I don't remember what Brock asked.
Brock asked, do you think since they are more about pitching now that they have Breslow, Bailey's back,
they re-signed
back in
me.
action, do you think that they'll give you another shot to come back?
I haven't heard from anybody. So
there's still time. There's still
time. There's still time. I gotta imagine I'm on the list somewhere. It just probably haven't gotten to me yet.
Yeah.
Do you think a follow-up to the follow-up to the follow-up? Do you think since they've seen like Daniel Bard took like a fucking decade off, do you think that they're like, who's the next Bard? Oh, it's Pat Light.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tyler,
Yeah.
What did you ask?
I had basically asked if you were offended they didn't reach out to you for your input. They shouted out Brock, a bunch of Red Sox players, when, checking in on Breslow.
Joel Hanrahan.
I'm assuming, I guess, here that they didn't talk to you at all.
No, I didn't play with Craig, so it'd be weird if they reached out to my opinion.
You were in the organization, Pat.
I was in the organization, but several ranks below him. So, no, that'd be weird. And then Coley, I got to tell you, I wasn't paying any attention to your question because I was trying to remember what Tyler asked me. So what did you say?
I said, do you think because of Daniel Bard's resurgence after like a decade off, they're looking, everyone wants to be oh, who's the next this guy? Bard's hot in the streets now. People can't stop talking about DB. Do you think Pat Light's the next guy?
No, I don't think that I'm the no. I did when Daniel did that. I did reach out to him, and he had insinuated that he thought he could probably help me because I had similar stuff, and not to his degree quite, but similar stuff. But no, I have no interest in playing baseball anymore.
Well, I mean,
why would you have to? Really?
Yeah, true. That is true.
From a financial situation, I am doing much better than I did in baseball.
Yeah,
baseball was not a very lucrative sport for me outside of the draft.
I have a two-part question, Pat.
Okay.
First part of the question is, with all the businesses that you run currently, do you think if your heart was in it, do you think that you could run the amount of businesses that you do currently while also playing professional baseball? Second part of the question is, wasn't one of the minor league coaches, like your best pitch was your splitter, and he was like, stop throwing your splitter, and that's when your career kind of like downward spiraled? Do you think that if you had like a better pitching coach that you could return to professional baseball, assuming that your passion was there, and also run 7 restaurants at the same time?
The first part, no, I couldn't do both. That would be very difficult. Many people would probably steal.
You have an
me.
assistant, though.
Not
Yeah.
No, and listen, if she ends up listening to this podcast, I don't want her to take this the wrong way, but I would not have much faith in her running the restaurants.
Really?
She's not. She's not.
There's no
not
way it's that hard. You run 7 at the same time. I don't know. Like legitimately speaking, like what else could any of us do? 7 things at the same time. Like that is the multitask of multitask, and there's millions of tens of millions of dollars involved in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. My job is not really probably what people think it is. It's really just managing egos of people and making sure everyone stays happy.
Okay.
The other people are do the day-to-day tasks, and ordering things and like that other stuff you see in a restaurant you would think I might be doing. I'm doing none of that.
Uh-huh.
I just manage my people that run the bars to make sure they all stay happy and they don't bicker between each other, which inevitably happens. And she is not. That's not her skill set, is to be able to manage people. She oftentimes makes a small problem into an enormous problem. So yeah, no, that's not her thing. That's not her thing.
She ever threatened to quit? She ever threatened to quit?
Hope
before?
she's not listening.
Yeah.
No, she knows. I've told her all these things, so I'm not that. Wouldn't be upset if she heard it. But she might not like me broadcasting it to all of your guys' listeners. But I
mean, it's just. I mean, people want to know.
No, she has never threatened to quit.
Okay, that's good. That's a healthy,
great.
non-toxic work relationship.
Yes.
Brock, have you
What
ever
was the second part of your question?
If you thought that if you had better coaching, like if let's just say hypothetically,
yes, I think
you had
think
a coach
that
was like, hey, maybe like let's not get rid of Pat Light's best pitch. That
normally you would want if I was coaching someone and they had a good pitch versus a bad pitch, I would want them to throw their good pitch more.
Yeah.
You'd think.
And not just dump it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That was, you remember Ralph Brock?
I remember Ralph.
That's who did it. They were concerned that because it was a splitter, they were concerned my elbow was going to give.
Which it was going to eventually.
Probably eventually at some point.
Everyone's does.
Yeah, but here's the thing, I didn't have any way to get people out otherwise. So, and I was a strikeout guy, so you really handcuffed me there. So I went through the minor leagues. They were like a career 5 ERA, and people were like, "This guy sucks." And I was like, "Well,
just throwing heaters."
Yeah, no, he was like, "Hey, take away the splitter. I know it's your best pitch, and it's the pitch you strike everybody out on. But here's the thought: let's throw a circle change." Which I've never done before in my life. And I was like, all right, sure. Just got absolutely torched. I get people to 2 strikes and I'd be like, I don't know what to do now. Do I throw the circle change? Is that the pitch?
So basically you're telling me you weren't coachable. That's what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing, yeah.
You know? Learn the circle change.
Yeah.
Brock, I got to tell you, first, if I did learn the circle change, I tried. It just like a home run machine.
Now, when you say you learned the circle change, were you just throwing your fastball slower?
Probably. I mean, it was terrible.
I'm not even saying that as a joke. Shane, how do you say his last name, Tyler? Is it Drohan?
Drohan now.
Drohan.
He said it 3 different
last
ways.
year was like, yeah, that they told me to throw a changeup, so I just started throwing my fastball like very slow. And I honestly think that's how most people try, like when they're 12, 13, 14, try and throw a changeup, because those coaches are also idiots. And those are who we've had in the Red Sox minor league system for, I don't know, when we drafted 09, like 13 years.
Me? 12. But the
same thing.
Yeah, but no, I attempted to throw a traditional circle changeup. It was just atrocious, and my slider was atrocious, and my fastball, although hard, very hittable apparently. I really needed that out pitch, and they just were no. Funny fact: it's Pittsburgh, very very analytic driven team back in 2016 or 17 when I played for them. And I couldn't really throw my fastball for a strike early in counts anymore. I was like, I had lost all faith in it, but I could do it if I was up in the count, like 0-2, 1-2. Like I felt confident in the pitch. So all mental, as you know. But like my splitter, people were batting fucking 89 off it or something like that. People batting off my fastball like 320. So I was like, you know what? This is all analytics provided to me by Pittsburgh. I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm just not going to throw my fastball anymore unless I'm like up in counts. And it was great. And they traded me away because they didn't like it. So the GM called me and said, I hope you in Pittsburgh, you throw your fastball more. I was like, okay, I'm not going to, but all right.
Well, they traded.
Brock was right. Not coachable.
Yeah, well, they traded Garrett Cole and Tyler Glass now, Pat Light. So Brock Holt. They did trade me. I forgot about that. I forgot I played for the Pirates. Oh, shit. I did play for them.
I thought that's where you were going with that.
No. That's a great reminder, dude. Yeah. Pittsburgh Pirates drafted me.
They did. As a hitter, talking about a guy like Pat Light here, throws 100 miles an hour. There's other guys in the league right now that throw 100 miles an hour, and they suck. I'm not saying Pat sucks. I'm just saying that there are guys who don't have success with 100 miles an hour. How, from the batter's box perspective, how different can 100 miles an hour look depending on who throws it?
More different than you would think, right? Like you think 100 miles an hour is 100 miles an hour, but depending on who's throwing it, I mean, it can feel, it can feel a lot harder, and it can feel, I mean, it's not going to be, but it can feel like a lower 90s fastball. It just kind of depends. And I mean, shoot, one guy might see someone easier than the other. And, but I mean, there's guys who throw like Glass now. I mean, he throws however hard he throws, but it looks way harder.
Really?
Because
he's releasing it by your fucking nose.
Yeah. Extension and everything else. So it's different. It's different. And some guys 100 miles an hour, you hit it and it feels light almost. And some guys throw the heavy ball where it just, it doesn't feel like it comes off as good. So that's why baseball's so hard, man.
Who throws like 100 that looked like 90 ish?
Who DeGrom throws hard, but it's nice and easy.
Sure.
And obviously it's hard, but I mean, I hit a homer off of him, so can't be that good, No, but guys like that, man, guys who like their mechanics are nice and smooth and fluid.
Yeah.
It does, it sounds funny that I'm saying DeGrom, but it's not that his fastball is easy to hit. It's just
it comes out smooth.
Yeah, everything's so smooth, and his delivery is so easy that it doesn't feel like he's throwing as hard as he is.
Yeah,
he's not grunting like Nate. You know what I mean? Like he does look like he throws it, which is strange because of his elbows made of
and
Swiss cheese.
Like Chapman for me, or oldest Chapman, like he throws 100 and it feels like it's 200 because left on left, he's got the extension. He's humongous. You don't know if it's going to hit you in the head or be paint, away. So, It's different for everyone.
How many times have you faced Chapman?
Not very many. I didn't get too many. And that's one of those where I was happy that I never got to face lefties.
Yeah.
So it's like Chapman's coming in. It's like, all right, it's the 8th inning. Oh, all right, we're down by 2. Chapman's coming in. I'm coming up second. My game's done after we get this third out. You know,
You want the stats?
Yeah.
Well, I know I faced him in the All-Star game and I struck out against him. So but I'm probably 0 for, let me guess, 0 for 4.
0 for 6, 3 Ks.
0 for 6, 3 Ks.
Damn.
There you go.
There you go.
Pretty good.
It's not terrible. I mean, put it this way. I wouldn't get a hit off Aroldis Chapman, and I'm a righty.
Yeah, 0 for 6, 3 K. I'm surprised I even got to face him 6 times.
Yeah, that was probably old John Farrell just loving the matchup.
No, John Farrell hated the lefty. John Farrell hated the lefty matchups. No, yeah. Torrey used to yell at me from the end of the bench if a lefty was coming in. He'd be like, "Hey, Brock." I'd like look down, like he'd be like, "Hey, you're not coming in."
Just want to make sure you had a good seat. Yeah,
yeah. Don't worry, man. You're not coming in. So,
do you think lefty's overblown? Because righties face righties every day.
Lefty's overblown, big time. Big time. Lefties should always face lefties. I mean, obviously there's different, scenarios and stuff, but if someone's seeing the ball well, it doesn't matter if a lefty's on the mound or a righty's on the mound. And for me as a left-handed hitter, and I think the majority of left-handed hitters would tell you that facing lefties help them against righties. Because you have to stay in, you face too many righties and you start pulling off and
interesting.
So, and before I stopped facing lefties in the big leagues, I hit lefties better than I hit righties. Huh. But then we signed CY that year, and he raked lefties, and I was I was playing left field, and my position was the only one really that CY was going to get at bat. So then we started platooning. And then you don't face them and you can't hit them. I mean, if you don't see it, you can't hit it. So,
yeah.
But I think it's way overblown. Yep.
Yeah. People don't talk about that, that lineage enough. When Brock was out there in left field, like it went from Ted Williams to Carl Yastrzemski to Jim Rice to Manny Ramirez to.
It's a fraternity.
Brock
it really
Holt,
is.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's a fraternity.
Yeah,
it's a fraternity. Just passing the baton,
Mm-hmm. Like I that would be a cool, because I obviously Ted was gone by the time you became the guy in left field, but I would love to see like a nice oil painting of all you guys together, just brothers in arms,
just playing poker like a bunch of bulldogs.
No, yeah. I think just like arms around each other, facing the monster, just our backs, just like looking up at the wall,
Yeah.
Was it Millar and Manny, like standing on the first baseline and Millar's grabbing Manny's ass?
Yeah.
We could do that.
It's all of them grabbing each other's asses.
Yeah, that would be better.
I may have that one already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of arms up here, arms are down there.
Yeah.
Maybe, but instead of the back, we're going around to the front.
Yeah. I like that.
Grabbing each other's wieners.
Yeah. When you were out there in left field, did you feel the pressure of having to live up to being the next guy in that line of Red Sox players?
Dude, honestly, man, like talking to you guys, like the only thing I ever thought about was catching Maris, really. Like, I didn't really have any other thoughts other than, dude, I got to hit some homers, man. Yeah. So I forgot Ted Williams even played for the Red Sox.
Yeah, it's all about Maris. Yeah.
It's all about
catching Maris. That scrub DeGrom more often, so I can pad these stats.
Golly, dude, why can't DeGrom pitch for the Yankees?
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm having to face Chapman. Having to face Chapman and Tanaka throwing splitters. Pat never threw.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really, that's the majority of what I thought about. Yeah. And every time I come on this podcast or talk to you guys, It's all I think about.
It's all you think about. Do you does it haunt you now that you never you just?
I honestly never think about it other than the time I'm staring at you guys in the face, and then it's just like, then it comes back. It all comes back.
Yeah.
And I was so close, and I didn't. I was so close.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about the chase? Are there parts about it that you look back on fondly, or is it just kind of all like pressure and disappointment that you didn't quite get there?
I mean, it was fun. Like it was fun being in the spotlight, and it was fun being in the spotlight and like everyone watching me, and like obviously all the news stations and big TV stations clicking over Brock Holt's at bats, but
right.
But I mean, if I'd be lying if I told you I didn't feel the pressure sometimes,
right.
And I think anybody that's been in that situation, there aren't too many, but I feel like if you talk to the majority of us who have been there, you feel it. You feel it.
No doubt.
So,
I mean, I just remember, you'd be watching Fox on a Saturday, be like Cubs Cardinals, and then they'd be like, we take you away from today's broadcast and bring you Brock Holt in the seventh inning. He's coming up.
And then
chasing 61.
And then they're like, oh, shit, never mind. He's not playing today. So if he comes in later for a defensive replacement, we will let you know. Left-hander's coming in. He's coming out.
I do wish all of Major League Baseball conspired for this bit, just cutting to all your at-bats and like having the tracker. You're at like 4 on the season. It's mid-August. It's
22 career homers.
Just says like 58 to go in parentheses. I was like, what? Some guy in Milwaukee's like, what's happening right now?
Oh. I saw something the other day where it said it was some random baseball player, and it said if he's at 39 years old, if he comes back next year, he'll only need 744 homers to break the record. I mean, it's pretty similar to me. If Brock Holt signs, he'll need 862 homers.
Well, yeah, last time we spoke, it's now the off season. It was the middle of the season last time. How have the conversations with Cashman been?
We haven't spoken really. Yeah, we haven't spoken really. I think he's been too heavy in, calling out Giancarlo and sleeping on the streets and talking about how good the team was last year when they weren't good at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to let him take care of his business. I think he's in a difficult spot right now. I think, the best that we can do is just be there for him.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So
Brock, when a really good fucking team. Go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, when Yoshida signed last year, joined the Red Sox, what was the meeting between you and him like when he took over that mantle in left field? What it was going to be for him? Was it a dinner? Was it coaching sessions? How'd you go about it?
You know what? I let Benintendi take care of it.
So he speaks Japanese, Benny?
Benintendi?
Yeah.
He speaks a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not fluent, but
no.
he speaks a little.
Yeah.
I think
Benintendi, that's what, Osaka? That's where his parents are from, right?
Osaka, Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Benintendi. He might actually speak more Japanese than he does English. He doesn't really talk a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Benny did speak fluent Japanese. Like
he could.
Just one of those things where he's just been flying under the radar this whole time, and he just, But yeah, I let Benintendi take care of Yoshida. So, because I passed the baton to Benny, a few years back. So,
I do remember that. That was like one of the more pivotal moments in the franchise's history, because it basically, like, Brock Holt handing over the reins to Benintendi in left field almost indirectly led to a championship.
You could say that.
Yeah.
You could say that. Yeah, I handed the reins over to a lot of people, man. It was like, hey, let's try Brock at third base. All right. Well, we gave him a chance. Like, let's put another guy there. Okay. Well, all right. This guy got hurt. Let's try Brock out there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. We've seen enough of him out there. Let's put someone else.
Yeah.
So I did that a lot, man. I feel like I passed the reins to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Just not good enough, I guess, to stay at one spot.
Or you were just so good that they had to spread it out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if that was the case, I probably would have played more. But
what's the most? Did you ever hit five? You definitely hit 500 plate appearances in a season.
No, I think I had four something.
You never hit 500?
454, 2015.
Dang, how do you look that up so fast?
No, 509 in 2015.
There you go.
Hey, dude, everyday player.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot. And then Marcus Semien had, what, 800 and...
Absurd.
That was the most plate appearances in a season ever by anybody.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, 850 something. I mean, double my total, my most ever, really, almost. Mm-hmm. And that was his season.
Yeah,
that's so much, dude.
It's a lot.
I don't know how somebody plays that much baseball.
Baseball is just one of those games. You got to be out there every day. You know, just like Pat Light in the bar scene. You got to be out there. You got to be on a helicopter every day. You got to be drinking with clients every day.
Every day.
Coley?
I do have
a question, and then a follow up after that.
Oh, complete. We're going nowhere near that, but we're going back to business, Pat. How would business, Pat, take off your blank hat, put on your GM hat? How would you approach signing or attempting to sign Shohei Otani, especially like the secrecy aspect of it? What would be your pitch to Shohei?
I don't know enough about what would draw him to Boston. I know isn't he close with the New Balance people?
Yeah,
that's him, right?
Well, yeah, of course he is, because they're paying him millions and millions and millions of dollars. I'd be close with them too. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I just pay him a lot of money, probably more than anybody else, and I'd win.
I don't hate it.
I did a little research, a little R&D on that stuff. He's going to make that team, as long as he stays healthy, he is going to make that team so much fucking money. I don't
even know that he has to stay healthy to make the money back, honestly.
He might not. I mean, but the thing was, the average attendance, Brock played during the days. Well, actually, I don't know if you're with the Sox at the time, but during the days where, whenever that streak ended of sellouts, which was what, 2013? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Sellouts. In quotations.
Yeah. But the average attendance last year for Boston was 32, 31 or something like that. So if he just brings the sellouts back by signing with the team, he's going to right there. I think Mookie? It was an extra huh?
Oh, I misunderstood what you said.
Okay. Yeah, but if he brings the sellouts back right there, it's $40 million more that the Sox make.
Even jersey sales and you assume broadcast rights in Japan would go up. Not rights isn't the right word, but more games would be broadcast.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything on TV rights for that type of stuff. I know they split a lot. I didn't realize that there was they pool a lot of their money and divvy it up amongst all the teams. I found that out.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt the old P&L. But he's. I mean, I think I did the math between expectations actually that I projected between concession stands and jersey sales plus just bringing sellouts back. The Red Sox were going to make an extra $86 million next year.
Just in 1 year.
Just in year one.
My pitch, and I think I said it to Jared and the fellas on this show. I would offer him $1 billion over 25 years.
Yeah,
$1 billion.
I didn't know Pedroia's on deferred money still.
Yeah.
We're still fucking paying Manny.
Manny. Those are, I think, the only two guys that are on deferred. But yeah, I'd kick this out. It's an interest-free loan. Fucking kick it out 30 years.
Oh, mine wouldn't even be necessarily deferred. I would do it in a way that's game. You could only do this once in baseball. Give someone a 25-year deal. There's precedent for it in modern sports. Magic Johnson signed a 25. $25 million deal. One of the worst, like Ozzie Albies money, one of the worst contracts ever signed by Magic Johnson. So there's precedent for it. Julio just signed a 15-year deal. And since they made the change where AAV mattered and not what you're actually getting in a given year, yeah, I'd give him, I think that's 40. I'd give him 40, no problem. That's way below market value.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'd actually make it a 15-year deal with an opt-out, and all years 16 through 25 would all be $1 million. And it's just like, you get that from the fucking New Balance people. We're not giving you that.
The luxury tax, I did the research on that too. It's pretty significant. So you do want to try to stay underneath that.
Sure.
Because it's like every year it goes up. And then when you like in a row, so like it's like 10% tax year 1, 20 year 2, 30 year 3, and they just crush you. So you're gonna want to stay away from that if you can. But if you do it 25 years, you won't be paying them all that much.
No.
So you'll stay under, and you have the resources to go get other players. So yeah, no, I just give him the most amount of money that you can give him because he's going to make it for you.
Right.
Yes.
So Otani to the Red Sox confirmed.
Confirmed.
I also said that the way like Passan, then whoever the New Balance guy is, I still haven't learned his name, and I only will if he doesn't sign
Jim
here.
Davis?
The way people have been talking, like nationally, this has been going on since like late August, early September. They've made it seem like Otani to the Red Sox is like a done deal. And if it isn't, it's so unfair to the fans, like wildly unfair. Passan was like the park intrigues him. It's like, what does that mean, Jeff Passan? The Fenway Park is going to sign him?
I think, I forget who mentioned it, but it's like, because he doesn't take BP out on the field. But Fenway was like one of 2 ballparks that he'll take BP out on the field for because he just loves Fenway.
Yeah, I don't hate the take.
Then don't show him the cages then at Fenway because if that's where he's going to be spending his time, he's not choosing Fenway. I can tell you that.
I mean, I feel like they'll just, if they actually sign Shohei Otani, they would fucking redo everything. Be like, no, it was always like this. I swear.
If they sign Shohei Otani, Fenway Park blows up the next day, and they've got a brand new one.
That's well, but he loves Fenway. He loves the history.
It's intriguing.
Like they would probably make him his own like hyperbaric chamber and shit. Like what type of like does the on the Red Sox side, the home side, is there any like fancy shit like that?
I will tell you the home side has gotten a lot better since I was there. They've done some good improvements. The clubhouse is a lot nicer, bigger. Training room and stuff is great. I mean, there's only so much space you have, and I think they're even extending it more this off season. They're doing some stuff, different places. They're trying to add as much as they can. But the good thing about Boston, the training room is what it is, but the actual trainers, physical therapists, massage therapists, they're so good. And it's different with the Red Sox. We had 6 to 8 trainers. We had 2 massage therapists. We had a couple physical therapists all the time. Like I went to the Brewers and we had 3 trainers. That's it. We had 3 trainers and a massage therapist would come like every Tuesday or something. It was like, how do you guys stay ready to play? You know, like every player had their own trainer. Like you could go and get treatment whenever you wanted. And we did have a cryotherapy thing. Dustin bought it when he was there. It's not there anymore. I think it's in Florida.
The fact that Pedroia had to fucking buy something like that for the team. Yeah,
and then the hot and cold tub room, it's called Pedroia's plunge pools because I think he either he just bitched enough to where they finally just got him, or he shelled out some of his dough to get those installed. But they've got a steam room sauna thing now. So it's great. It's just Fenway is what it is, and there's only so much room that you have to expand. But the medical staff and the medical part of the Red Sox it's better than any place I've ever been. I'm telling you, it's like I couldn't believe whenever I went to the Brewers and there was 3 guys to work on everyone. You know,
It's a Saint Bernard with a bottle of whiskey around its neck. That's the team doctor.
yeah, basically.
Is there like a seniority thing to like getting rub downs? Like Pat, like when you got fucking torched by the Angels, like you're just going in the clubhouse and sitting down. Like you're not fucking getting a rub down, right?
Pop the Advil.
I'm hoping no one sees me, and I just go in the shower when no one's there and leave quietly and hope that no one yells at me.
Yeah, maybe get a bag. Maybe get a bag of ice on the way out.
Yeah,
You know?
what's the Indian gentleman that used to rub us down?
Russell.
He actually got on me. My first and only big league camp with Boston. He got on me about not coming in, but I was like, I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
And then like I think like David Ortiz came in. Someone had to come in and start talking. And like in the middle of the massage, I was like, you need this, man? Like I'm done. I'm done. And like Russell's like, sit down, lay back down. I was like, all right. Yeah, there's definitely seniority. You just don't. I try to spend no time in the training room as a young guy. I never became an old guy in the league. So
yeah, I don't think I got massages until I was maybe 5-6 years deep.
You didn't get a massage until like you were,
dude. I didn't
a free agent eligible.
I didn't get haircuts at the field. Like I didn't want to be sitting and getting a haircut. When David Ortiz turns the corner and he needs in the barber's chair, you know, like I'll get my haircut at Supercuts or wherever, you know. Like I'm not getting a haircut at the field. I didn't get a haircut at the field till I was probably 5 years in or reached arbitration or whatever. Like some people just, you know, I didn't want, like I watched Dustin Pedroia. I was like, okay, Dustin, okay, he's wearing pants out to the field. I'm putting my pants on. Like Dustin, all right, he's going down the cage. I'm going down the cage. I'm going to try and get there. It was hard to get there before him, but it's like, you don't want to be somewhere when David Ortiz needs to use the cage, or David Ortiz needs a haircut, or David Ortiz needs so you kind of feel it out. But Russell's the man. Yeah. He would get onto you if you didn't get massages. Best nickname ever. Russell. Dustin Pedroia called him Sprouts. Sprouts, what's up, man? I'm like, Dustin, finally, like I listened to him call him Sprouts for years. And I go, Dustin, why you call him Sprouts, man? His name's Russell. Brussels sprouts.
Oh.
Oh man, I was like, oh, it makes sense, and I love it. Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, Russell Sprouts. So he just called him Sprouts. Sprouts, what's up, man?
Do minor league teams have massage therapists and all that?
No? They didn't. They didn't when they might now. Who knows?
They don't look you in the eyes when you play in the minors. They don't.
Yeah,
they don't care at all.
Yeah, I feel like the only time we ever hear about like minor leaguers getting food is when like John Lackey is down there on a rehab assignment and he buys everyone lobster dinners.
First time eating in months.
Yeah.
Brock, was there and Pat, this is for you too. Is there a story, I'm not saying name the player, but where you saw a young guy kind of go in there and think they were entitled to those things and they got pants in front of you and you're like, that won't be me no matter what happens?
You know what? Mookie got crushed a little bit because Mookie came up and I just remember one particular moment where Mookie didn't have much feel when he first came up. But he had his cousin or something in the clubhouse, I think, during the day, whole day, just walking around. His cousin's introducing himself to David Ortiz and like, hey, I'm Mookie's cousin, and walking around the clubhouse. And I mean, this is Mookie's first year, right? And I think David Ross went up to food room and Mookie's cousin's up there drinking beer in the middle of the day.
Oh, God.
So Mookie got it pretty good. And like that's the year he got called up and then he got sent back down to AAA. And dude's never been so happy in his life to get sent down to AAA. And this is our top prospect, you know. This is like future Hall of Famer Mookie Betts, you know. But he figured it out quick. Mook's a smart guy. But shoot, now, dude, like it's not like that anymore. I mean, I'm sure there's still some veterans guys out there who do that, but I mean, now guys come up and they're, super comfy. And I mean, obviously you want your young guys to come up and feel comfortable, and, they're going to play better if they feel that way. But there still needs to be a little bit of respect, love, like when you come up, and that's not there anymore. But yeah, I mean, Mookie, and for me, I never saw it because when I first came up, I didn't talk to nobody. I sat at my locker. When someone spoke to me, I talked back. I said hello to everyone. I got my work done. So, but there were some. I think even before me, it was a little bit more intense as far as like veteran guys getting onto young guys. But
because like Homegrown talks about like JBJ when he came up, like it was a little bit of that weird transition, like kind of that whole Xander JBJ era.
Yeah, and I mean that team especially, that 13 team especially, like it was all veteran guys. So I think as a young guy, it's a little uncomfortable, like coming up and making your debut, because you don't want to get in anybody's way or step on any toes. But yeah, the Mookie thing, I just remember Mookie absolutely hating the big leagues when he first got called up, and was so happy he got to go back to Pawtucket, because we're like, dude, well, Mookie, you brought it on yourself, dude. Like, he's a week in and his cousin is up in the food room drinking beer with, by himself, with David Ortiz walking around, like going up to David Ortiz at his locker, wanting a picture with him, in the middle of the day.
That's I have like secondhand, just because like I know what the feel, like the vibe is in that space. Going up to a dude at his locker, it's weird. Like, I don't know. I've been in a few like Red Sox clubhouses. Obviously, the vibe is different every single time, but I mean, when it's someone like David, like you don't want to be the guy that's asking him for a picture
David's cool as like David's cool as shit. The one space
where he's not expecting that.
Yeah, when David's locker was tucked away in the corner, he had like 7 lockers to himself, back there. So, like, you can barely even get to him in the corner, but squeeze through everything. But the vibe in that clubhouse, especially in 13, it was, it was David Ortiz, it was Dustin, it was John Lackey, John Lester, David Ross, Johnny Gomes, Mike Napoli, Shane Victorino, like, I don't even know who. I mean,
Stephen Drew,
Will Middlebrooks. Will Middlebrooks. That one made me laugh.
Yeah, why?
I don't know, because he was not a veteran.
No.
Sure. Yeah. I was just.
You're just naming rosters. Yeah, I'm naming all the veteran guys, and you throw Will Middlebrooks out.
Well, it's also weird, like, because a lot of those guys it was their first year there, so like you get that veteran respect just because you've been in the league, not necessarily you've been in Boston.
Oh yeah. It's all about how much time you've been in the big leagues, and how much time you've been up. So, but like, I mean, for me, that team was, I mean, those guys were awesome. Granted, I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with them in 13. I was, in Pawtucket the majority of the year, but those guys were nothing but good to me. And David Ross just offered me a job with the Cubs before he got let go. I said,
do you think that's why he got fired?
Glad I did. It possibly is. Oh shit, it possibly is. It's funny. What's funny is obviously I was in Milwaukee with Counsell, so I texted Counts whenever he got the job. I said, hey, just so you know, Rossi offered me a job about a month ago. I'm glad I turned him down, because you would have fired my ass as soon as you walked in the door, because they designated me after 30 at bats, literally been there for like a week. And they said, nah, we're good, dude. Get out of here.
We're good.
And it was actually on Counsell's birthday, when they designated me. So like, it was me, Stearns, Counts. They called me in the office in Pittsburgh, of all places. I played there, right? They called me in the office, and they're like, hey, we're going to designate you for assignment, blah, blah, blah. Like, we had just had a thing for Counsell on his birthday. So I was like, all right, that's cool, man. Like, I wanted to get the hell out of there anyway due to COVID year. I was actually happy that they designated me. And when I was walking out, I shook Council's hand. I said, "Hey, happy birthday, man!"
Just singing "Happy Birthday" as
happy
you
birthday.
walk.
So every year on his birthday, I'll send him a text. I'll say, "Hey, happy birthday, man." He goes, "Happy DFA day." So I told him, I said, "Hey, Counts, I'm glad I didn't take the job because you would have fired me as soon as you walked in the door." He goes, "No, I would have at least waited till my birthday." Oh man. So yeah, but those guys in 13 were awesome, man. That was, obviously they did what they did, but that was a good group.
Yeah, I think one of the Pat Light stories that stands out to me is that the Angels game was your Fenway debut. I know you debuted on the road, in Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah.
The Angels game was the Fenway debut?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brock, this dude gave up like 9 runs.
I was there.
Brock was there.
I was there.
Yeah. But like,
Brock might have come in for him.
I thought what was cool was that like Buckholz was one of the first guys to come up to him and be like, here's a beer. Like, a tough game, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a beer. Like, I don't know. I feel like there is definitely, maybe it was a hard ass environment in 13, but then by 16, like you had guys like Clay that, I feel like if Pat Light does what he did against the Angels in 13, he's not getting offered a beer.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't call 13 the vibe in 13 like a hard ass. I just feel like the roster construction, it was just all like grizzled vets, the Beards and the Johnny Gomeses, the Mike Napoli's, the Pedroias, like just grinder type. Like we've been here. It was like one of those things, like you coming off a last place team, you sign all these veteran guys to come in and hope that it works. And they all just meshed and came together. And I wouldn't call it a hard. I think that team had a blast. That team had a great time. I just think they had enough guys in the locker room and in the clubhouse that where if someone came up and wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing, it could backfire on whoever that was. They had guys who would, they had a lot of like leadership type guys that weren't afraid to speak up and put you in your place if you weren't doing what you needed to do, which is the way it should be, So, but yeah, those guys were great, man. Like, and I don't know that if Pat would have done that in 13, I feel like Buck still would have offered him a beer,
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think that team just, I feel like it was a lot like 18. It was just like they knew that they were good and they like expected to win. So like, hey, one bad game here, buddy, drink a beer and we're gonna kick ass tomorrow, So, for me, that team was, huge for me in my growth and development, just being able to be a part of it for a small amount of time and watch those guys go about their business. So I'm very thankful for that group. And I got traded over when I got traded over and got to witness those guys do their thing.
Was 18 obviously the best clubhouse that you've ever been in?
Oh, dude. And I'm sure some guys from that 13 team would rival it, but I wasn't there a lot, and when I was keeping quiet, sitting at my locker. But 18 was unreal, dude, from start to finish. Just, like I've never been a part of anything like it in my life. I know every team that wins a World Series that this is the best group of guys ever. We love each other. We do that, But there wasn't a bad day in 2018. There wasn't a single bad day.
Even when you got no hit?
Not even when we got no hit. Like, it shouldn't even have been a no-hitter. I think they gave someone an error. Didn't they give the shortstop an error on like a pop fly, like over his, I think Hanley hit it.
I don't remember.
Was that in Oakland?
Oakland, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mania.
You guys got swept on Jared's birthday. Do I remember that correctly?
Did we get swept that year?
No, I don't think
it was in Oakland.
No. I think that was.
No, we didn't get swept in Oakland because we
started in Oakland and got.
Oh, 19. I mean,
yeah,
19.
19. Yeah, 19. We did.
Well, I thought the whole thing about 18
we got swept a lot in 19.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I thought the whole
we got swept on a lot of people's birthdays.
In 18, all I remember is like teams amazing immediately. Jared's doing the show at Dallas, so he goes out there for his birthday, and that's like the only down point of the season. And for some reason, I thought they got swept. I do remember the no-hitter.
Yeah, because
were you there?
Yeah, I was there
that day?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we got but we were 16-1 at that time.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, I blamed him.
Yes. So it was like it was our second loss of the season. We lost opening day in Tampa. And then I think, we weren't 16-1. We were whatever. We rattled off like 8 or 9 in a row, 10 in a row maybe. So we were probably 10-2 then. And then we went on to win, 7 more in a row. So we started 17-2. But yeah, dude, there wasn't a bad day. Like every day we showed up to the field and it was just fun.
17-2.
It was the most. It was the most fun I've ever had. Like, and it was just a group of guys that just like, dude, we. Like looking back on it, it's like there was no way we were gonna lose. In the postseason, it's like you're nervous for the game. Like, oh, you're nervous. Like, I mean, we played the Yankees; they won 100 games. We played the Astros; they won 100 games. We beat the Dodgers; they won 100 games. And like we took care of them pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
And we lost 1 game per series.
Yeah, and it was like obviously during the series, you were like, oh shit, dude, this is I'm nervous as hell. But then, like, after it's over, it's like looking back, it's like, dude, there was no chance we were going to lose ever. So,
they were all weirdly, despite being 3-1, 4-1, 4-1, there were moments they all felt weirdly close, at least as a fan.
Weirdly
like it was
close.
1-1.
The Yankees 1-1 going. Then we won 16-1. And then even game 4, we won by what, 2 runs? I think they had bases loaded.
One
by one run.
Gary hit a grand slam that just didn't go out of the park.
They had 2. Yep,
Craig gave up 2 in the 9th,
and then and there was that 4-3. One play. It was that one play at the end. Nooney came in, threw it, and it was like bang, bang,
bang, bang. Yeah.
And if they
had to review it for the clinch,
they reviewed it. Yeah, and if they wouldn't have, it would have been bases loaded. And then you had the stuff in the Astros series, the Benny catch, the back and forth game. And then in LA, we lost the long one. Puig hit the homer like that. We're tied 2-2, and then we come back and win that game. Yeah, there was a lot of close moments, but yeah, dude, I'm telling you, from start to finish. Like I think even in spring training, we were like 20-5 or something. It was wild, dude. It was nuts, dude. It's like our starters would play. And we'd be losing, and then we'd bring in the minor league guys, and they'd put up like 10 runs in the last like 3 innings. And we're like, hell yeah, we won again.
22-9, and you went 9-1 in the last 10 games. Won 5 in a row to end spring training.
Yeah. Yep. So 9-1 to end spring training. Then we roll off 17-2, and then we go 108 and 50 whatever.
Yeah. There was a point though. People forget this happened. After
opening day.
Well, no.
After opening day, we were going 0-162.
Yeah.
People were freaking out. Opening day, did Craig blow that one, or was it not Craig?
I think it was Joe Kelly. Yeah.
It was Joe Kelly.
Right. It wasn't even Craig. Yeah.
But after the 17-2 start, the Yankees caught the Red Sox. They were tied.
Dude, the Yankees were good. They were good that year.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it wasn't like you think you win 108 games. Like, oh, you're clinched with a month left. Like. I think we only clinched with a week and a half or something left of the season.
At Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got, was it a 4-game series?
I think like Mookie hit a bomb off of Chapman.
Well, you remember we had it was close. It was like a 3-game, we had like a 3-game lead, 2-game lead or something. And we played a 4-game series at home and we swept them.
Right.
And that kind of like,
I remember that one.
That kind of like put us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Didn't you have a homer, Brock?
I had a few that year, yeah.
A big one, though?
We faced DeGrom a couple times.
Yeah, I hit a homer that year.
I think a 3-run homer to right field with 2 outs in the 7th.
When was
Which
that?
game?
Yep, September 11th, 2018.
September 11th.
Red
Never
Sox
forget.
clinch playoff berth thanks to Holt's home run.
Oh, yeah, pinch hit. Yeah, dude, and I was pissed. I was pissed that I got that at bat because I remember AC telling me, or Rags coming down and saying, hey, you guys are good. Nobody's hitting. And like the whole year, it's been like, hey, if this guy gets up with 2 guys on, Brock, you're hitting. So you were like, boom, I'm ready. Rags comes down and says, hey, y'all, everybody's good. We're playing it out. We're like, okay. So put all my stuff out, take my batting gloves off, boom, boom, boom. Dude, I'm not playing. Like, done. Like, the energy, the adrenaline, just boom, out of your body. Not 5 seconds later, Rags comes back down. Never mind, Brock, you're hitting. So now I gotta go like put everything back on and like pump myself back up. And I was fucking pissed. And I go up there and I forgot who I hit for.
No. Who did you hit against?
It was who was it? We were playing the Blue Jays, I think. It was Tapera, I think.
Oh.
I think I had pretty good numbers off of Tapera. So, and I ended up hitting a 3-run home run, and then I'm because I think AC kind of knew I was mad, because he messed up a little bit with the communication, and I think he kind of sensed it from me. And then whenever I like got into the dugout, I like hugged him. I'm like, AC, thanks for that at bat, man. We did it. We did it. But
always the plan.
It was always fun, dude. Whenever I'd pinch hit, or like whenever I'd be in the game and he'd pinch hit for me, like the guy who pinch hit for me struck out or something, I'd go up to him. I'm like, hey, dude, I could have done that. or like someone could have hit for me, like Nunez would come in and hit for me, hit like a home run or something. I'd be like, AC, nice call. That's why you're the manager. You're the man. You're the man. But yeah, someone would strike out, be like, hey, dude, I could have done that, man. You could have saved a bench player.
It's true.
But
when
2018 was cool. It was really neat.
I had a great time. I had a great time that year. That was I look back on that year very fondly. When the Red Sox hired Craig Breslow, they put out this big press release being like, well, we consulted David Ortiz and Pedro Martinez and yada yada, and then they go down and Brock Holt too.
That's that painting. I'm on there.
I mean,
me, Ted, guys like me, David Ortiz, Dustin Pedroia, Ted Williams,
Lester,
just Red Sox legends, dude.
Yep.
Man.
How did that go? They just called you and they're like, hey, do you like Craig Breslow?
Like, hey, what do you think here?
Yeah.
I have a really good relationship with Sam Kennedy. That's my guy. So I think they were going through the process, and we'd kind of been talking throughout the thing, what's going on, this and that. And he just called one day to just get my thoughts on, since he knew I knew Brez and played with him, and there were a couple other people, that they were looking at. And so it was just a conversation, just through the relationships that I built, and I think Sam trusting what I had to say, and knew that I wouldn't, bullshit him. So, but it's cool, man. It's cool to be involved in stuff like that. And that's why I'm, that's kind of what I want to do, man, is just be involved however I can. And, obviously the goal is to be involved with the Boston Red Sox, but, cause I still got a lot of good friends over there, built a lot of good relationships, but, I just thought it was cool that he wanted my opinion, and, I was able to give it to him, and, obviously it meant something. So, but I'm glad, I'm happy for Brez. I think Brez is going to do a good job, and, probably a lot better than Heim Bloom did. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But no, I thought it was cool. I love Sam. I love the Red Sox. So it was just one of those things, like just the relationship that we built over the years. Just, hey man, what do you think? Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. but it's cool to be involved in like kind of the behind the scenes stuff, you know.
I'm just surprised that they didn't call Pat, even though Pat didn't have like a personal relationship with Craig Breslow. It's more just like, hey, what do you think about this from a business sense?
Right.
So I guess like let's pretend now, Pat, I'm Sam Kennedy. I'm going to call you and ask you what you think about this from a business sense. And I want your opinion on that. You want to do that?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. Sam calls me all the time too.
I'm
Asking
Sam.
a lot of opinions.
Let's play this out. Role play. Let's role play.
All right. I'm Sam.
Okay.
Ring, 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 ring. It always takes a few rings to get Pat. He's busy.
Yeah.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Pat, Sam
Yeah.
Kennedy, Boston Red Sox.
Sam, how we doing?
Doing great.
I love you, Sammy.
I love you
Good
too.
to hear from you.
I love you too. Never forget your contributions. First of all, thank you. I mean,
Leading off
can't.
with an I love you.
Yeah, I can't. I feel like I can't have a conversation without thanking you for all your contributions.
No, and
to the
I
Boston Red
appreciate
Sox.
that. I do appreciate that. Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah,
What
what do I have the pleasure?
First things first, we're thinking about retiring your number this year.
Yeah, I was a little surprised that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Do you even remember
Gotta be
what your
honest.
number was?
My dear friend's birthday is a very similar date. So, 43.
43. Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. Yep. We're going to be putting that up there, retiring it. David Ortiz, Pedro, Ted, Yaz, Pat. You know, it's kind of just
Yeah,
like,
of course.
you know, it's kind of just, it's
Yeah.
not, we have
you-
like, you know, all you have to
have you
do
done Brock's number yet?
in Boston, it's like it's all these first names. Like you can just say Yaz, Ted, Poppy,
Yeah.
Pedro, Pat.
Pat.
People know. So
People
I just
know.
wanted to,
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it without your blessing.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I did have another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, though.
Yeah, talk to me.
So we are in the process right now of looking for Heim Bloom's replacement. You obviously saw how that happened. That was a little
I'm not
awkward.
interested. Thank you, though.
Yeah, no. I mean, we know that you have
Yeah.
7 restaurants in Hoboken.
Yeah.
Congratulations on Philly, by the way. I saw that on TikTok.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I heard about the $25 million. I mean, that's, that's
a little low.
no
It's a
small
little
money,
low,
yeah.
Sam.
Big time.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a little
listen,
low.
I don't want to waste any more of your time because I know that you're
No, please don't.
a very important guy. Yeah, you probably have a bunch of meetings.
Big time at Sam Kennedy.
Yeah.
But I did
Fuck
want to
on with it, Sam.
I did want to ask.
Sam.
We were kind of looking at Craig Breslow as a guy that we might hire to replace Heim Bloom. You know, I don't know if you guys cross paths in terms of your playing career, but from like a business perspective, what do you think about the move if we were to make that?
Interesting. Have you called Brock yet?
We called him to ask if we were to hire Craig Breslow to do we have like the Brock double thumbs up because we want to put his name in the press release because we know all the fans they love Brock Holt. Like all we got to do is say, oh, Brock Holt likes it, and the fucking idiots, they'll love it. So
you know those fans.
Yeah. What do you think though, from like a
Well,
business
listen,
perspective?
Of course, I wouldn't give you. I don't know much about baseball, as you could see by my career. So I can only give you in a business sense. Listen, how old's Craig?
Doesn't matter. It's like 4.
Close to dead.
he's in his
43.
He's 43. He's 43. Just like your number.
Yeah, great guy.
Like your number. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I didn't have any personal experience. I'm not sure if he was on the team. Was he on the team in 2016? Do you remember, Sam?
No, he wasn't. He was.
He wasn't. Okay.
I think he was out of the league by then. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he was on the Cubs. I don't know. I can't remember.
Can't remember.
Yeah,
All right.
can't remember.
Well, yeah. No. Listen, I think it's a phenomenal hire. Well liked from my opinion. From my viewpoint, and I think smart guy. Was he a Princeton guy?
Yale.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hazen was Princeton, I think.
So was Heim and Theo Epstein.
So it was Heim.
Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna we're going away from Princeton. Love that.
Sure.
Love that.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I think it's a great hire. Fantastic hire. Smart guy, knows the game. Yeah, can't go wrong.
So do you? Second question, last question actually. Would you mind if we put your name in the press release when we hire him? If we hire him?
Yeah, I prefer you don't.
Okay.
I prefer,
Sure.
I don't want to be.
Sure. No, I get it.
no.
I get it.
No, you know me, Sam. I like to be private.
Sure.
I don't really do much on social media or anything like that.
Yeah.
So no, I prefer to stay out of the public eye.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to ask. Really appreciate it. Did you have a date in your schedule next year for like the number retirement? Is there a date that works for you in particular, like a month that we should kind of look to?
No, I probably won't attend.
Okay,
so
sure,
you just do whatever you need to do. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Now you know me, I wouldn't attend those things.
Yeah, no problem at all. All right, well, it was great catching up.
Yeah, great talking to you, Sam.
Okay, I'll see you at let's do Big Sam Sushi.
I'd love to do Big Sam's.
Okay, all right,
I'd love to do
that.
Big Sam's.
I'd love on me.
Okay,
on John, as they say. Company card.
Yeah, I know.
All right. We'll talk soon.
All right now. Okay.
And
if the press release of after hiring Breslow had Pat Light's name in there, public trust would have.
Well, now we literally saw how it happened, so now we know exactly why Pat's name. He turned it down.
He said no.
Yeah, no.
He said no.
He's like much like Bill Russell. I will not go to my own jersey retirement ceremony.
Yeah.
I am the
also
Bill
because
baseball.
of the racism. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Brock, you said they bounced a couple other names off of you. I'm a big boy. I can take it. What was your honest assessment of me when Sam Kennedy pitched me to be the next GM?
Well, I'm surprised they didn't. That was my. I was going hard for Coley. Like, I need him. I need him lead the charge. I mean, he's already talking about 25-year deals for Shohei Otani. So he's got things figured out, and I think he could get it done. And maybe he'd sign me back. I don't know.
So fast.
You were in there. You were in there. I mean, he did say there were some internal candidates, and we all know that you work for the Red Sox. So
quietly, yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, I was hoping you'd get the job. I'm surprised they went a different way, but because you were what, Harvard?
So I did a couple semesters at Harvard, some MIT. I wanted the full experience. I didn't want to just be a one school guy.
They call it the works here in
the school of
Massachusetts.
The old Boston tour. It's kind of like you don't even remember being on the Pirates. I don't even remember being in Cambridge.
That's true. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
If they were like UMass dropout, Coley Mick is running the show.
I would like to see a Coley Mick presser and see the vocabulary that comes out of his mouth when they ask him questions.
I mean, realistically, what are they teaching you in a classroom that you are going to use running a baseball team besides communication skills? Math. I guess. I mean, you got that wrapped up by ninth grade.
Yes, definitely.
Simple statistics class.
Can you just picture Catillo? I'm up there. How pissed would the media be if I was up there?
I mean, I don't know that they would be. I feel like you would be very transparent with your thought process. You would be highly accessible. Actually, no. Breaking news, horrible news. Coley is now a green bubbles guy. Devastating. But you didn't see. You're not a news guy.
Yeah.
Since I made the switch from iPhone to Android, the people at Apple have just completely bent the knee. Every new piece of news that comes out is just we give up. We're done with this entire operation. Next year there won't even be iMessage. They've canceled it. iMessage is done. They're adapting Android's messaging system because of me. Yeah, it's done.
What are you saying?
Completely dead.
If this is true, I saw it.
Blue bubbles are done.
Explain.
I'm saying I made the switch 2 weeks ago.
I know
3
that,
weeks
but
ago.
I'm talking about the fucking Apple iMessage is now Android messaging. What do you mean by that?
Ever since they bent the knee to the EU with the charging port, and now they have to use the Android chargers. Now they're just adapting everything Android, including the messaging system, which is RCS. Pat, seems like you're the only other person who's heard about this.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I didn't look too far into, but I thought they were keeping the blue bubbles. I didn't think they were. I thought they were getting rid of green, and everyone was just gonna be blue now.
Yes,
sure, I meant more. It won't. There will be no separate. There will be no more segregation. I have broken down these walls for everyone.
They referenced you in the article.
Which is fine.
Can we play that out, Pat? Can you be the people? And Coley, can we play that out real fast? I need to see what happened.
I need to visualize this.
Yeah, I need to visualize. Go ahead, guys.
Go ahead.
What part am I playing?
You're Tim Cook?
Yeah, you're the Apple guy. You're the Apple guy changing the messaging back to Android messaging to be compatible. And after this is 2 weeks after you switched over, Coley?
It's about a fortnight, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
and Coley's staying Coley.
Coley's Coley. Yeah,
I could do that. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't. Am I just talking
Steve
to
Jobs?
You're Tim Cook.
I know who I am.
I think you're calling me to find out.
Yeah, but why am I talking to Coley?
You're like, hey, you're calling Coley because he switched over, and you want to know why and what do we need to do, and then somehow in this conversation you figure out that you need to change your messaging system.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ring.
Okay. Takes a couple rings normally.
Yeah, always does.
Hello.
Hey, is this Coley?
Who is this?
This is Tim Cook, CEO of Apple.
No. Who?
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah. No, it's really Tim Cook. Listen, something came across my desk. It was a little concerning. And yeah, crazy. But it came across my desk that you switching out of the old iPhone. Is that accurate?
It was just like the Patriot Act. How did you get my number?
Yeah, no, we break a lot of laws, but that's not relevant. What do we got going on here? Why are you moving on? No one likes the Android.
Listen, you guys are a single-track minded company. You only focus on one product at a time. You get those $3,500 ski goggles coming out to compete with Meta, which I still don't know what they do, but I see where you're at. You've slacked on the cell phone R&D. You have taken a step back. You used to be innovative there. Android's lapped you. I have to call it how I see it, Tim.
No, listen, that's why we respect you over there, Coley. You always call. Like, see, what specifically have we flopped? Why would you leave? Like, what are they offering that we're not?
It's a faster phone. It's got a better screen. It's got quicker load time of apps. The camera's better. The zoom on the camera's better.
Inaccurate.
No, all of that's super accurate. They've got the Snapdragon 2 computer system on it. You guys are still on 1. You guys tried to dress it up and name it your own M1 system. We know that's not true.
No. I understand all that. The Snapdragon 1 is great, by the way. We Snapdragon 2. No. People say that, but they don't really know what they're talking about. But listen, we'd love to have you back. It doesn't make much sense for you to move over there. I know you're friends with Jared. Jared would never.
Just
Jared would
I know several Jareds, as most people do. You need to be much more specific.
We all know who I'm talking about. Our mutual friend Jared. I'm close with him as well. And listen, he's going to be upset about this, and you know that.
Oh, everyone in my life's going to be upset about it. But I know you're a coward, and you'll bend the knee, and you'll get rid of.
Is this because I'm gay? Is this a gay thing?
No, those are the bravest people I know, braver than the troops.
Yeah, so I'm brave.
But not as a developer.
I am just doing mental laps around you. That's why I'm CEO of Apple.
Then why did you change your charger port? You're afraid of the EU? Like some sort of Frenchman?
No. You just didn't read the details.
I don't know how to read. Now you got a problem with the illiterate? That's a big problem in this country.
Well, listen, Coley, this has been great catching up.
What do you mean catching up? First time we've spoken. I still don't know how you got this number.
No. It's good talking to you.
It wasn't.
Listen, excited to hear.
You called me on a brand new phone number that's only been active for 10 days now and accused me of being a homophobe for some reason.
Well, listen, this has been fantastic. I really enjoyed this.
I enjoyed 0 seconds of this.
Listen, we're going to put you in the press release, okay?
Yeah. Listen,
Gay basher, change his phone.
Yeah. But we'll hold the headline if you just come back to iPhone.
That's not happening.
All right. Well, listen, you're gonna have a tough couple weeks here coming up when we release this. So,
They're all
best
tough.
of luck. Best of luck, and we're gonna release all of your private information. See you later.
And that's how it happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. I love how I know you're friends with Jared just popped. Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got my phone number, you definitely know those things, so it tracks.
Yeah. Yep. Man, that was funny.
Yeah, good stuff, guys.
Is Tim Cook gay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Interesting.
I had to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought Pat was going way off script.
Yeah, just let me throw this one against the wall, see if it sticks.
Oh man! I originally had a scene to talk about how Coley switched from out of iPhone. It turned into being a homophobe.
Yeah, I don't think we ever actually got to the point we were trying to get to.
No,
but
no,
man, that was funny though. Way to go, guys!
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Great. What we call this again? Friendsgiving?
Ad living.
Friendsgiving.
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 Great
Just some
Friendsgiving, guys.
pals.
My only Friendsgiving that I do.
Yeah, we've done Friendsgiving with at like Brock before, right? Yeah, you've been on Friendsgiving.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm a return Friendsgivinger. I mean, I feel like it's the same people every year though. So
Yeah. Well, it all started because there was like 1 year in like 19 or 20 where Steve was like, "We need guests. We got to get guests. Come on, let's get guests." So then I was like, "All right," and I texted
That's a
like
good
fucking
Steve.
15 people to come on at the same time. And that's I mean, like Friendsgiving, I understand is a thing in its own, and that's, you know, it's a gathering of friends before Thanksgiving. But it just so happened that it was the episode before Thanksgiving when he was like, "We need more guests." So I invited like 16 people on the podcast, and it was
yeah,
chaos.
I think I remember that. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, this is a
I
lot
think
more
Pat
tame.
was there. I think Pat
Yep.
was there.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
That was
There's
there.
a lot of people on that.
Yeah, there was probably twice, maybe 3 times the amount of people that, but it was kind of like in and out chaos. This is comfy. This is a nice amount.
I'll tell you who wasn't there. Tim Cook.
No. Nope.
He was
Sam
not there.
Kennedy.
Sam Kennedy was not there.
Nope.
We need to get Sam Kennedy on Friendsgiving.
Yeah, he's been on the podcast, but it's been many years at this point.
Yeah, we need to get Sam back on.
I bet he would come on. I just haven't really asked him. I'm kind of waiting for like an upswing. Red Sox stock has been down. I'm trying to catch him on the way up.
Yeah, catch him on the way up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a few years since the Sox were hot in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Does that bother you guys as former players, part of division championships, to see the team?
No,
in last place like that?
I wanted to see a few down years because you can't. Yeah, like you win a World Series. You don't want the team to just win right after you're done. Like
Yeah.
you know, then people kind of forget. You know,
Right.
so let's be bad for a few years and like,
Mhm.
oh, you guys remember 18? It was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we get a little further down the road, we can start winning again.
Yeah.
Maybe when I get involved, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we can start winning.
Do you think it's unfair that people me and Jared's age, the highest we can legally rank the 18 team is third?
Yeah, I think we've talked about this, Coley, on one of the podcasts one time. Like
Possible.
I said 18 is, you know, the greatest Red Sox team, and you whoa, and like, well, I said,
I do say that. I do say that a lot.
Statistically, okay, based off of wins and all the other thing, but
For sure.
I think you rank us pretty low, which, you know, everyone is entitled to their opinions.
It has nothing to do with what happened on the field. Just, like, truthfully.
Well, I listen. I totally get it from like a Bostonian, like born and raised, like, you know, you've got your team that broke the curse, you know, and then you've got the 13 team who overcame the you know, the bombings and
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of other things that true, real fans, you know, put into the equation. and I totally get that. I'm just a little biased to 18, but
no, it's not just they're
but
most talented of the four comfortably. Jared puts like the 03 team ahead of all four of those teams.
03
and
team,
the 08 team.
03 team should have won the whole thing. So should 08. Oh, they should have went back to back. Josh Beckett and Mike Lowell are healthy in 08. They go back to back. Stand by that.
Yeah, but I mean, I was a fan of the. What year was it when they won? They beat the Yankees after being down 3-0.
04.
04. Dude, I was I was at my house in Texas, little kid running around after Johnny Damon hit that grand slam in in Game 7 or whatever. Like,
I've never heard anyone not be able to like name that's like what's that band that's got John Lennon and Paul McCartney?
Yeah, what's that team? What was that team? 04.
No.
Yeah, so I get it. So what is it for you? It's 04?
For me?
04, 13, 18. And the 407 team. 07 was
Tyler's got 07 number one. He's the biggest fucking idiot. He's got 07.
Not an idiot.
You are.
I was 6 in 2004. I didn't have a memory until I was 8 years old. I had no brain thoughts.
07's number one for you.
It was my childhood, run. That was the first time I had sat and watched a season.
Yeah, there's sentimental value, and I get that.
It's still dumb.
Jared,
I get
Coley.
Who's number one for you?
Tyler's just pro-terrorist at the end of the day. If you can put 07 number one, you're a fucking idiot. It's like that is like the most forgettable.
Yeah, and they had to beat the Colorado Rockies in the World Series.
Who were so hot before.
I just watched a YouTube video the other day that was like, this is the most boring World Series of all time. And it was the Red Sox versus the Rockies in the 07 World Series. It was like a 30-minute documentary on the most boring World Series of all time. And Tyler...
Blame the Rockies.
I do.
Bobby Kelty showed up. Mike Wolf, World Series MVP, showed up. Dice K hit in the World Series.
Ellsbury showed up. Pedroia showed up. Listen, it was a great team. I had fun in 07.
Dustin had a 3-homer game, didn't he?
In 2010. Against the Rockies.
Okay, it was against the Rockies, but it wasn't in the World Series. Okay.
No. He let off game 1 with a home run.
With a homer.
Off Jeff.
Yeah, it was over immediately.
Yeah, that game was over real quick. That series was over real quick.
I'm talking about the series.
I don't believe... Or no, in 2004, the Cardinals never had a lead in that World Series. It felt like in 07, the Rockies never had a lead. That could be true. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know statistics. I don't remember ever losing to them. Like game 1 was 13-1. Like there were no comebacks that I can recall. Like maybe they tied them. I don't know.
0-0 is a tie.
I guess.
So Coley's is 04. Tyler's 07. Tyler's 07.
Yeah, it's 04.
Yeah, I've got 04-1.
And you're 04, Jared?
Yeah, has to be. Like you don't have a choice. Like there's like only idiots like Tyler would not put 04 number 1.
If they won back-to-back, you'd all be giving them the respect they deserve.
Well, hold on. Jake's young. Wow, Jake, what's your number 1?
My number 1's 04.
Yeah.
Tyler and I are the same age, so that obviously his logic makes no sense.
My brain development was delayed. What do you want from me?
Still waiting on it.
Okay.
It's crazy. You can't. Like you were alive
Pat, when you were in New Jersey when the Yankees were up 3-0, wow, what were people talking about back in 04?
Not really bad things. I remember vividly.
Tell us.
Well, Tim Cook was over, and terrible things. I mean, they were really bad things.
Did you care that much?
No.
You didn't?
No.
I mean, you grew up a Yankee fan, but you didn't care about that? I
didn't really grow up a Yankee fan. Like, I watched the Yankees the most because that's all we could watch. But I wasn't like a huge Yankee fan. I will tell you, the first time I ever believed in curses was when Aaron Boone hit that home run.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is real. Red Sox will never win again. That's never going to happen for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, wait, what grade were you in? You must have been...
I was 13.
So you were what?
Yeah, 13.
Eighth grade or freshman?
I was, I think I was, 8th grade.
Yeah. I just want like kids not showing up to school the next day, like after Game 7. Like that's the shit I want to hear.
Yeah, that happened.
I don't think I went to. I mean, I think I did go to school the next day after Game 7 in 03, but I was devastated. Like
Oh man, that's part of it too. Like the 18 team, there was it was the most natural build of any of the championships as well. Like solid in 17, solid in 16. Just like fizzled out in the playoffs both those years, but like a more traditional build than any of the other World Series. Like 12, they were in last place after the 11 collapse. 06, they didn't make the playoffs in 06, right?
Nope,
they did not.
Very just a forgettable team.
See, that's why Tyler likes the 07 team so much.
Yeah, he was like,
no,
from
listen,
third
I
to
get
first.
it. You guys are you're convincing me, okay? 04.
07.
No, 04. I'm out on 07. They're number 4 for me. 04. It's 04. It's 18 because for obvious reasons. 13. 07.
Yeah.
04. Yeah, 04 was the best.
Yeah, it's
those
very
were
hard.
the days.
It's hard. Like I feel like 13 and 18 can be interchangeable. Like if I watch the 18 World Series film, then I'm like, that's number 2. And then the next night I could watch the 13 film and be like, how could I ever put anything above that besides 04?
But even
I think 13 and 04 is for some people where you get that kind of off the field, what it meant to everyone at that time.
Yeah.
Like 2018, you were just better than everyone. You just dominated everyone. You got the off the field stuff with 04 and 2013 where it's family, it's all that shit connected.
Okay,
like,
yeah, all right. I'll put 13 number 2. I'll put 13 number 2, okay? 18's number 3, okay? 18 number 3. 7's 4th.
7's for sure 4th.
Yeah.
And that team came back from 3-1 in the ALCS and it just doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all. No one cared.
No one watched those games.
I mean, the Red Sox, I want to say, were kind of like at their peak from the 07 World Series because they had attracted so many new fans after 04.
Sure.
And then the 07 team benefited from that new wave. Yeah. Like
all right, 07's third. Okay, 07's third. 18's 4th.
1914. Let me take you back. That team. No, I mean 18.
You should have seen Smokey Joe Wood in that 1903 World Series, though.
18 has tremendous pluses. I was on 0 duck boats in 04, 07, 13. None. 0 parades for the Mick man.
But 1 parade.
We're going to take a quick break from our Friendsgiving episode to bring you a word from our sponsor. Baseball may be finished, but there's a new season to be happy about. The holidays. And the beer that was perfect for baseball is also the perfect match for a brighter holiday. From its bold, refreshing flavor to its beautiful, bright color, Blue Moon Belgian White Belgian-style wheat ale is made brighter for the holidays. I think everybody on this episode, all of the listeners, and probably everybody in the world needs a Blue Moon after hearing Tyler spew his 2007 nonsense again all episode. Thankfully, I have a lifetime supply of Blue Moon, so every time Tyler brings that up, I just crack one, sit back, sip my Blue Moon, and just pretend he's not even talking. That's really what Blue Moon's all about, just tuning out Tyler. And it's also great for holiday gatherings. Blue Moon Brewing Company beers are made brighter as the perfect complement to the holiday season. From Blue Moon Belgian White's refreshing flavor, to Light Sky's real tangerine peel taste, to Moon Haze's juicy burst of flavor, the whole crowd will be reaching for the bright stuff this holiday. With its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel for a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander, Blue Moon Belgian White Belgian-style wheat ale is a beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. The season should be merry and bright, so Blue Moon is a perfect match for the holidays. The crack of a beer, the pour, the first sip of that bold flavor, Blue Moon always feels like a special occasion. Best served with its signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful bright color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all through the holidays. Brighten up the holidays with a beer that's made brighter. Get Blue Moon Belgian White Belgian-style wheat ale, Light Sky, and Moon Haze delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That's get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado Ale.
That was a fun parade too.
Who's on your boat?
Oh, we had a great boat. It was me, Dustin, Benny, Jackie, I think. Was Jackie on our boat? Yeah, I think it was me, Dustin, Benny, and Jackie.
That makes sense.
I think Pedroia was the first one on any boat. Like, he's always the first guy anywhere. It's just commitment.
Yeah. Yeah, Dylan, Dustin's oldest, Dylan, was throwing beers at fans and like catching little bottles of whiskey or whatever they were throwing back at us. Yeah.
I think I have a picture of Dustin getting in the boat.
Yeah, I know I do, because he's holding he's got the WWE belt.
Yeah, he had the belt. We had a good boat.
We had a good boat.
We had a great boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, y'all were with JD, right? Butt cheeks.
And
Butt cheeks. Devers and Hector Velasquez.
Devers, he just turned like 15.
I bet Devers was fun. Y'all probably had some good conversations with him.
Yeah.
We did. I have a video conversation of like the most inebriated Jared trying to talk to Devers, like do an interview about like ice cream. And Devers like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, what is this guy saying? I mean, where the hell is this picture of Dustin? I know I took one. Man.
I mean, that 18 was a long time ago, dude. You're going to have to do a lot of scrolling to get.
Oh, I got it. He's happy as shit.
It was too long ago. Yeah.
There he is. Champ.
He's got the belt on. Who else is on the boat?
Three-time champ.
There's no one else on the boat. He is.
That's what I mean. He was the only one on a boat other than us. Like, he was truly the only. He was sitting down. He was like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's get this parade started."
Yeah. There is no one else on this boat right now.
I like, maybe the dumbest I've ever felt. I was like, people are probably sick of parade. I thought there was going to be a low turnout to that parade.
Really?
In terms of like parade output, like Cleveland had just won in 16 for basketball, and it's like, well, they've never won anything for any reason. Like, everyone that's ever been to Cleveland's going to go to that parade. The 18 Red Sox, it's like, yeah, this is parade number like 50 in the last 20 years. Like, surely people are going to slow down. We turned that first corner. I was like, oh no, people are scaling buildings.
It was
like,
wild,
this is
dude.
absurd.
There's just not a fucking thought behind these eyes.
No.
This is you. Yeah. That was a good day.
It was a great day.
Where's the picture I took of you? You have to have that saved.
I do.
No, that's not it.
That's not it.
Isn't there a picture of like you, the two of you and butt cheeks on the boat? Like,
there's many.
Like going nuts.
Oh,
there's a lot of those.
I mean, JD made the best catch of maybe his career on that day.
No, the best catch of his career when he grabbed that lady's boob.
Yeah.
In right field that year. That was, yeah. You remember that? That was funny, man. Golly, he was chasing after. I think we talk about this every time I'm on, but like, poor JD, dude. Like, it always seemed like the ball got lost in the sun when he was out there. He's grabbing boobs, like
JD Martitties.
JD Martitties, yeah. Dude, he had a rough go, man. But he wasn't that bad of an outfielder. Is the thing? It's like. I mean, not as bad as it seemed.
Like, he tripped over second base just jogging out there to warm up.
He fucking broke his ankle going out to right field before the playoffs started.
I mean, he was better than people thought he was. But it just seemed like every time he was out there was always a ball that got stuck in the sun or bounced a funny way, and
he dropped the ball in the World Series.
Yeah, he didn't see it, man. He lost that one. Yeah, he lost that one. He didn't see it.
It was in the clincher, wasn't it? Yeah, DP. It was DP. Yeah, so it had to have been the clincher.
Yeah, but that guy didn't score though.
No, he did not score.
It was Freeze, right? Freeze hit a ball, and he got a triple.
I think didn't Freeze hit like a leadoff homer?
He hit a leadoff homer, but later in the game, he hit that triple. I think the Twilight ball.
Oh yeah, I was getting fake nervous. I was like, I don't need, of all people, I don't need David Freese heating up. I've seen him win World Series by himself before. I don't need this.
Yeah, JD Martitties.
JD Martitties. There'll never be another.
There will never be another one.
No. I mean, if you slow it down, like
there he is. There you are.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we watched that over and over and over again.
What?
The JD Martitties
video of him?
Yeah.
Because he just like fully got on there. Full cup.
It's like that video of Jeff Bagwell. Have you seen him behind home plate at the Astros game? That, I mean, just hammered off of his ass, and like they're like showing him, and he just reaches over and grabs the girl's tit next to him.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, you gotta look it up. It's good.
You gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow. What a special time. I think it's weird that it's been 5 years. Now we're going on 6.
Very.
Like, I don't love that.
That's been a lot. That's a long time ago, man. 5 years is.
Yeah, I was telling them, if the Red Sox don't win the World Series next year, that this will be the longest that we've had to wait for a World Series since they won the first one.
The 86-year gap, yeah.
Well, Shohei will help.
Yeah, I could see that being a thing. Yeah.
But Pat, you said you believe in curses. Trading away Mookie Betts is as much of like a, hey, let's bring back another curse move as a franchise can have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Yeah.
Not a great
Didn't
idea.
care for it.
It definitely did not make the team better. I can say that unequivocally.
No, did not make it better.
4 years removed from the deal.
No, and only Connor Wong is going to be on the team next year.
No.
Sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor Wong, Jeter Downs, and Alex Verdugo.
I mean, that, I could see it at the time.
No, you couldn't. Yeah, that's a fucking lie, dude.
They also they got a worse return just so they would eat the
it was
price
so
contract.
bad, dude. It was so bad right when it happened.
Do you remember where you were when you heard it and saw it?
I actually don't. It was when? It was
February of 20.
Early February.
20.
February of 20.
Yeah, the world was still open.
Yeah. Barely.
Barely.
We were getting to it. Yeah, that was bad, man.
You think if he had been offered the same deal, you think he stays?
100%.
Love it.
100%.
If the Red Sox give him 365, he's still here?
100%.
Didn't he say that? He said that when right before he came back, he said that?
Yeah. No, if
he said it every time he's asked about it.
He like straight up. He's like, dude, if they would have offered me what I was worth, sign the deal. Yeah, 100%. He'd still be, granted, but he loves LA,
Sure, I haven't heard a lot of bad reviews of LA.
Yeah, so he loves LA, and I mean, it's been good for him, personally, obviously, but yeah, dude, if he gets offered the same deal, he's a Red Sox for life, and that's probably the way it should have been.
Let's go Red Sox! Let's go Red Sox! Let's go Red Sox! Go Red Sox!
Do guys in the clubhouse take stock of like, we've been here for 3, 4, 5 years grinding for this team. You just gave this outsider in free agency a huge contract, but you're nickel and diming me in arbitration.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. But I mean, you can't really. I mean, I guess you can nickel and dime in arbitration, but like if you're giving someone someone an arbitration deal, like it's pretty much set on what you're going to make. So it's
sure.
There's not so much nickel dime, but yeah, free agency. Like, hey, we want you to sign a team friendly deal or whatever.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I mean, at the end of the day, like whenever you're Mookie status, it's like if the Red Sox come to me and offer me an extension of any type, Like, I'm like, yeah, give me the years, give me the guaranteed money. Like, I love it here. You know, let's do it. But like a guy like Mookie, a once in a, you know, generation type talent, top of the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, he's going to bet on himself. It's like, and it worked out, you know, like, it's like, could he have signed a $100 million deal after his first year? Yeah, he could have. I think they offered him that. I think they offered him a $200 million deal a couple years later, and so on and so forth. But like, it's like, well, some of these guys do it, and good for them, right?
Right.
They're financially set, but Mookie didn't want to, and you know, he got to a point where he was so close to free agency. It's like, hey, why am I going to sign this deal now when I can just wait 3 more months and be a free agent and get $80 more million or $100 more million? You know, it's a no brainer. Like, if you think of it like that, it's just people get so, you know, fans and people, they're just like, well, what's the difference between $300 million and $380 million? Well, if you were offered
$80 million,
if I offered you $300 million or I offered you $380 million, which one would you choose?
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like, you put it that way. It's like, okay, that, you know, that makes sense, you know?
For sure. I'm super against guys taking hometown deals, like very against it. Always get every dollar you can.
Like, absolutely. And there's some deals that just make sense. Like, right. I mean, some deals like that, like, I mean, the dude from the Pirates, the third baseman, he got $70 million. Like, yeah, give me $70 million. Like, but I mean, the Ronald Acuna, I mean, yeah, he got $100 million, but I mean, he's getting way underpaid. You know,
Albies deal.
I mean, Albies that's a joke, right? Like,
the league should step in, honestly.
Yeah, like that's bad. That's bad.
It has two team options on the end of it.
Yeah, and like it's
$7 million each.
Yeah, like that's bad. But I mean, some deals make sense. But like, if you're Mookie Betts, I mean, you're a top 3 MVP every single year. It's like, once you get to a certain point, it's like, all right, well, I'm this close to free agency. It's and for guys like that, it's not like he's hurting for money. You know, it's like the extra.
No, but that's also where, you know, it's like
I'm in my second year of ARB. I made $18 million last year. I'm making $27 million this year. It's like, I don't need the money, you know? So you can kind of ride it out and bet on yourself a little bit more because you've already got a little bit of security. So, but I mean, Mookie's one of the best, man. And yeah, obviously I think all of us, I mean, I've told him this hundreds of times. Like, I would have loved to see him end his career in the Red Sox and never wear another uniform and be one of the greatest of all time. But I'm also super happy for him because he's happy, his family's happy, and you know, he's playing for a really good organization who wins and spends money, and he's getting a chance to play in the postseason every year. And you want guys like that to be in the postseason and playing meaningful baseball. So,
Brock, when it comes to Mookie, and as you saw him, you know, grow into the player, the guy who was making mistakes when he first got called up until, you know, who he is today. Do you think the version of Mookie Betts we see today would have ever existed in Boston? Had he got that money, would we see him doing the podcast and doing all these different things?
No. And he's told that to me before. Like, we had him on the Foul Territory that I do. And, you know, I straight up asked him, I said, if the Red Sox offer you what the Dodgers offered you, are you staying? He goes, oh, I'm staying 100%. Like, but he's like, but I'm glad that things have worked out the way they've worked out, because he's like, the person I am now being in LA is different from probably who I would be if I were in Boston. It's just two different parts of the world, you know?
Yeah. He wouldn't be wearing safari hats and
I don't think he, I mean, you know, there'd be,
he did wear safari hats in Boston.
No, he didn't.
I had multiple pictures I used to tweet when he homered of him in safari hats specifically. It was just a bad example by you.
Bad example by you.
This is a bad example. He wouldn't be doing the podcast. I agree with you there. He was wearing safari hats.
I think he'd still be wearing sunglasses inside.
Yes.
But yeah, he'd still be sitting courtside at the Celtics wearing sunglasses. But I don't think he'd be doing the podcast and anything like. I don't think he'd be doing that. But I think LA kind of fits Mookie's. I think LA kind of fits Mookie's vibe a little bit more, who he kind of wanted to be. But yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. Like, I mean, I could say the same thing about Bogey too, right? Like, you want guys like that to. I mean, Bogey was a 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid from Aruba. You're like, damn, dude, like, yeah, just get him for X more amount of years, and he's a Red Sox his entire career, and you hate to see that, but also Bogey was one of those guys. He got to that point, and he cashed out, and you can't blame him for it. So
no. Well, Jared's floated this: if the Padres are trying to salary dump, do you think he would accept a trade back to
bring
Boston?
him back? I think Bogey would come back to Boston in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he don't want to be there.
I think he would. I don't think, obviously it's not going to happen, but
I think they spent a lot of money knowing the owner was maybe only had one more season left, and now they're going to be doing some risk management.
That's exactly
and assessing.
Yeah.
So Soto and Bogey back to Boston.
Or Tatis.
With 25 years for Otani.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't do both. I'm not.
Why can't you do both? Come on.
This is Pat's plan.
You can definitely do both because of all the money that. Yeah, Pat, would you mind? Breaking down
business.
Give me the business
Pat
plan on how Shohei Otani is worth the investment.
Well, I mean, if you're doing Coley's idea, you're kicking out 25 years. It's not going to be much money for you right now. So you have plenty of time to plenty of room to do both.
Well, what'd you say? It makes the Red Sox $86 million.
Yeah, just from ticket sales and concessions.
That's 2 years of salary right there in 1 year for Shohei.
You're basically getting him for free.
Yeah, they're practically paying you.
He's paying you to play for him.
I mean, literally every player who's ever played baseball is paying their team. Like they're making more. There's a reason those contracts are what they are.
It is kind of crazy. Baseball doesn't exist. Joey, who does Baseball is Dead with Me, put out a YouTube video breaking down the financials of a Shohei Otani deal and how all you have to do is just, I mean, whatever he asks, like even if it's $600 million, you're making that money back. Like you are profiting off of Shohei Otani if you give him $600 million. I have no idea why the Red Sox wouldn't just, like, I understand, like you're gonna have all like the boomers being like $600 million, like I went to Vietnam and I got 50 grand. It's like, okay, if you give Shohei Otani $600 million to play a game from a baseball economics perspective, it makes a lot of sense. Like if you're a billionaire owner like John Henry is, it makes plenty of sense.
So much sense.
Well, it's kind of the best of both worlds, right? It's like you have the business side where you want to make money as the owner, so you're doing that with Shohei Otani. Oh, by the way, he's really good at baseball too, so he's going to make your team better.
Right.
So, I mean, Shohei Otanis don't come around too often. I think it's
bold take, Brock. I like that.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that we're getting to witness this because I'm anxious to see who ends up getting him and what they get him for. And
well, I even said I don't even care if you give him $40 million a year. I don't even care if he never pitches again. Everyone's like, "Oh, wow, you're going to pay $40 million for a DH?" And I'm like, yeah, I am, because of who he is, and you act like the Red Sox didn't win 3 World Series titles in the back of a DH before.
Yeah, and his relationship with New Balance.
Yeah, and we could all just get free sneakers out of this. Like, think about all like the Shohei ones that we would get sent at the podcast here just for Shohei being in Boston. They'd be like, "Oh, we want you guys to rock the new Shohei 4s."
The new Shoheis.
Yeah, I'd rock them all day. All day. Do you have his number, Brock?
I don't.
Anymore?
No hesitation.
He changed it like me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He went to Android. I'm gonna have to reach out to Tim Cook.
Yeah.
See if he can give it to me.
Yeah.
No, I don't have Shohei's number.
Oh. That's it.
I don't even know. Like, there's. I think I could get a lot of people's number in the game if I wanted to, just based off of knowing certain people. But I don't even know that I could figure out how to get Shohei's number.
I bet you Yoshida's got it. He's in Masataka Yoshida. He's in like the left field brotherhood.
But I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I forgot.
Yeah, call Benny.
I keep
Benny.
Yeah. I'll call Benny. Benny will call Yoshida. Yoshida will call Otani. Otani will give me his number.
Yeah.
The 6 degrees of Brock Holt to get to every major league player.
Yeah, I mean that could be a kind of a cool game,
6 degrees of Brock.
How does Brock Holt get to Roger Maris? And could we do it? No, I wonder if Anthony Rendon has Shohei's number, because Anthony Rendon, me and him are boys. We went to Rice together. Mm-hmm. So that's only 1 degree.
Has he talked to anyone on the Angels ever? He just seems like he got his check, and I respect it. I don't say this as a negative. He seems like he won that World Series for the Nationals on his back, and then he got paid by the Angels and just put his feet up. Is how it looks from here.
I think Anthony is he's kind of gotten a bad rap over the last couple years, and there's some things that he's done that kind of have put him there. With his comments and stuff, and no habla inglés and stuff like that. But Anthony's a good dude, and I think he's just had some bad luck with injuries. Like, I mean, he gets hurt, he comes back, he fouls the ball off his shin, he breaks his shin. Yeah. Like, he's had some bad luck, and it's just piled up, man. Like, you get frustrated, like when you keep getting hurt like that.
Oh, for sure.
Stuff keeps happening. Like, frustration builds. And then it's just, it's hard to keep an even head. I hope that he gets healthy. I saw him not too long ago. Went down to Houston and played in the little Rice alumni golf tournament, and he was there, and he said he's feeling better. So I hope he's healthy and gets back to being able to play, because shoot, dude, like that year in 19 with the Nationals, I mean, he played 156 games, and I mean, his numbers were, he was top 5 in MVP. Mm-hmm. I mean, he earned his contract. He just, since he signed, it's just been bad luck and frustration builds, and that asshole in Oakland, asshole in Oakland calling him a bitch, and gotta throw the haymaker.
Happens. We've all been there. We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there any we put in 2 hours. I didn't think we were gonna get Business Pat and Brock to hang in for the 2-piece, but it's Friendsgiving. Listen, it's
Friendsgiving. I mean, this happens once a year,
It happens once a year. Happens just once a year. I think we should close by each sharing something that we're thankful for. Pat, you obviously have a lot of money, a lot of businesses, a beautiful family,
beautiful family.
You have health and happiness, everything that a person could ever want. What are you the most thankful for?
Probably my relationship with Sam Kennedy, and just the fact that he thinks of me and calls me for certain things, but then also has the wherewithal to not include me in leaks. Right. That's a friend right there.
Sure.
That's a friend. Yeah.
Sure.
So my friendship with him, and it goes back a ways. I remember when he was considering drafting me
in 2009, right?
In 2009. He offered me that classic, they call it the light deal, the classic duel where I also make decisions in the front office while playing in the minor leagues and coming up. And obviously I turned that down at the time because I was so focused on pitching and learning the circle changeup. But I'm just really appreciative of him. So I think this one goes out to SK.
Sammy K.
Sammy K.
He's a good man.
Yeah. You thankful for anything else that you want to say, Pat?
Probably my relationship with Tim Cook. Yeah. Tim, me and TC. He's something. He's
Tom
a
Karen. Love Tom Karen.
Yeah.
TC, baby. You know what? I'm thankful for him. TC.
Yeah. He's on next week.
And Jared.
Thank you.
My friend Jared.
Last name unknown.
Unknown. Could have been anybody. Brock, what are you thankful for this year?
I'm thankful for hats with patches on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thankful for hats that say what they are, and they're not just blank canvas. I guess you can let your imagination, but I'm thankful for hats that actually say something and people can look at them and know what they are.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. Normally, I'm a jokey kind of guy, but I'm gonna be a little bit more serious this time. I'm thankful for my family, man. I'm thankful for Lakin. I'm thankful for my boys. I'm thankful that I get to spend as much time with my kids as I'm getting to spend with them. I get to take them to school, get them ready for bed every day. And there's time that it's tough and it's frustrating, but these times aren't going to last forever. And for me, getting to be here with my boys and with Lakin and spend the amount of time that I'm getting to spend with them and be around, man, there's nothing like it. And so I think this year that's probably it for me, man. Just nothing more that I've wanted to do than be a dad, and I'm getting to do it to the two best boys that there are, and I'm a lucky man. So Griff and Rip, love you boys. Lakin, you're the best. So I'm thankful for y'all.
Wow. That makes me want to go have kids now. Which there was I don't know if you saw, there's a rumor that I'm having a child.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Who with?
Someone called into 98.5 the Sports Hub and said, hey, just in case you guys didn't know, Jared Carabas is having a baby.
Way to
So
go, man.
I've been
Congratulations.
fielding text messages. Thank you.
You know what the name's going to be. We already know that.
The Chase Holt.
Chase Holt.
Chase Holt.
Chase Holt Carabas.
Yeah. Chase Holt. I'm going to honor that.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah. I like that name, Chase Holt.
That's a good name.
Mm-hmm.
CHC.
Coley Mick, what are you thankful for this year?
Yeah, I mean, my kids and wife are cool too, like Brock. But I'm mostly thankful for the Boston Celtics, because every other team in this goddamn town has been Loserville for 5 years now, and it's killing me, absolutely killing me. There's one team with some goddamn pride around here, and it's the Celtics. So I'm very thankful for them. It's hard to be online talking shit when everyone stinks.
Tyler Miller.
The Bruins aren't good.
They're very good.
Hockey.
Are they?
Pete Blackburn reached out to me, and I probably shouldn't say this, but it also doesn't matter. He wants me to be the outsider correspondent for his new hockey show because of how known it is how little I watch hockey.
You should still do it.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going. He wanted me to do it today. I just couldn't.
Their hockey podcast just spawned as one of the top hockey podcasts. Like they just hit the ground running.
It's number 2 behind Spittin' Chicklets. Yeah. Yeah. And he was like, you know how we get to 1? The Mick Man talking about not hockey. That's how we do it.
Like it's very funny. It's very funny because the first time that Pete left Section 10, he was like, I'm going to go start a hockey podcast. And then it didn't happen until the second time. But I mean, like it was worth the wait. Like when he left in 18 and it was like, hey, here's a national hockey podcast and we're number 2 behind Spittin' Chicklets.
They had Bedard on like episode 2.
I mean, they had an episode with like both the Bruins hockey goalies.
Right. No, every episode they have like 5 Bruins on it. I find that very funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's popping. Always knew it would. Just took a little time. Jesus took a little extra time with that one. It's okay.
We already know Tyler's is the 07 Red Sox team.
Yeah.
So we don't have to talk. You don't have to tell us yours, Tyler.
Right. Yeah.
Cocoa Crisp. Very thankful.
Yeah. Yeah. He's thankful for JD Drew's.
No, I'm kidding, man. We all share our thoughts.
Yeah.
Thank
you, B-Dog.
we all get to share. You know.
B-Dog, I do have something I want to thank you for. I've also been working on my Japanese. I've heard that Jake and Jared are learning, so I want to join in this. This can be a bonding activity.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll tell you how good it is.
Ken Barreto ni Kancha Shi Amasu. Now, Google Translate, go do your work. Let me know if I said it correctly.
It didn't sound correct. What did you say?
Fuck off, Jared. I'm thankful for my dog Bullet. Bullet's dead, Brock.
Okay.
But Brock would know this. So when you're not on, Brock, I often talk about our friendship off the podcast.
Me and you?
I call you B-Dog.
B-Dog.
Jared had reached out to you to be on the pod. I talked to you weeks before that about coming on, and you said, hey, don't worry about it, T-Dog. Like, I got you. You call me Ty-Dog sometimes if we're, we're fooling around, joshing around.
Just always goofing, man. Me and you. We're just always goofing together.
Jokesters, come on. But I just want to say I'm thankful for our friendship. And even though it bothers Jared that we're closer than you are to him, I hope we can keep building on that and be friends, for a long time.
We will be.
We will be.
Yeah, we will be.
Sounds like a threat.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, we will be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or else.
You have no choice. Jake, I know you have something that you're thankful for, but I know that you also have a question for Pat Light. You've been waiting to ask this for a while.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can circle back to that at the end. But what I'm thankful for is that Brock said that Jacob deGrom fucking sucks, because that's going to be a great promo tomorrow.
Yeah, he doesn't really suck, guys. But I do have decent numbers against him. So
yeah, you do.
I think I'm like 3 for 10 or something with a homer. And I don't homer off a lot of people.
No. I'm thankful for all you guys. And all the listeners.
Not me.
Not you. No. I didn't say that. And all the listeners. And all the people watching on YouTube. They're the reason why we're not eating canned goods for Thanksgiving. So we appreciate that. Not that I don't even like turkey. I'm gonna eat some meatballs tomorrow. Or
roast beef.
Yeah.
Roast beef.
I eat roast beef.
Yeah, we don't eat turkey at my house.
Roast beef, cheese, mustard.
T-Dog. Come on,
B-Dog.
T-Dog.
B-Dog, you know this about me. My family views turkey as the devil's meat.
Roast beef's insane.
Oh, so you're gonna you choose roast beef over over turkey? There's other meats.
Well, yes, but I want something with some juice to it, some flavor. Who's ever upset about a roast beef? You walk into a household, they have a roast beef on the table, everybody's eating.
I'm not eating a roast beef, man.
You're fucking eating it, B-Dog, and you're gonna like it.
T-Dog, I ain't eating a roast
together.
beef. There's a lot of other meats I'm choosing before I choose a roast beef. I can tell you that.
I mean, suck on it.
There's a
roast
lot.
beef is a Milliken family staple, and it has been for many years.
That's insanity.
Try it. Order a roast beef. You won't be disappointed.
I've had roast beef. What do you think?
It's great.
Yeah. Roast beef isn't making my list.
The beef, the pumpkin pie, it all hits together at the same time.
You can't eat those simultaneous.
Nothing like some beef and pumpkin pie.
It's a little on the side. You're not putting it on top, but roast beef and mac and cheese.
I love a good beef and pie.
Trust the juices.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back next week.
So you got to circle back to Jake's question.
Oh, yeah, we got a question.
Yeah, Jake's question.
Yeah, Pat, what's up with all the baseball content?
Yeah.
My baseball content is very business centric.
Buzzwords.
However, I don't remember. I got an actual laugh out loud moment with Jake's video this morning. I really enjoyed that.
The Yamamoto one or a new video?
Yeah. Yep, you posted that this morning, right, Jake?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Must have just popped up on the old feed.
Yeah,
so yesterday morning.
You commented ha on the post, and I was like,
many more
thanks.
ha's than that were commented. But yes, the minimum of 11 ha's that I wrote there.
Wow.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Great stuff. We'll be back next week. Well, Brock won't be here.
I'll be back next year for Friendsgiving.
Be the usual crew. TC is our guest next week. Good old Tom Karen.
Which one?
Good old Tim Cook. We got Tim Cook on the podcast next week.
What a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He loves the Sox.
Loves the Sox.
Loves the Sox. He has the 18 team as his number 2.
Yeah.
He
does.
But he's got 07.
Tim Cook.
Tim Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to be a new thing on Name Redacted. We need to figure it out. I mean, I'm sure the majority of people would vote 04 number 1.
Most people with a fucking brain, yeah.
Yeah. I think most people would vote 04.
Yeah.
Some people.
I think a lot of people would vote Coley's. I think a lot of people would go 4, 13, 18, 17. I think a lot of people would.
We wanted
just because of the off the field
right.
things.
I wouldn't be shocked if some people had 13 first. Like I would expect that out of Tyler, but him being like, no, it's 07 is just so he's eating his roast beef, being like 07 was sick.
Well,
like I get
it. Now that he mentions roast beef, it makes sense. It makes a lot more sense.
Right. I'm gonna watch the World Series DVD tomorrow with my roast beef. I'm gonna be enjoying my life. You can hate all you want.
You know what you should do? Do you have access to the 07? If you don't have it, I do. The 07 World Series DVD. Do you have it?
I do.
You should do a watch along stream, like you're watching the 07 World Series film. You should do that.
I get emotional during it. I still feel it.
Cry on camera. People love that shit.
They do.
All right, tune in. I'll put my Twitch link on on the Twitter.
All right. And if I believe I have the DVD set of the 07 World Series. Like I have the full length games.
During COVID, to pass time, I actually rewatched the entire series again.
Okay.
Because I wanted to see if it still hit me as hard as it did. In every pitch mattered to me. Fuck all of you. All of you. Fuck you. Fuck Friendsgiving. I hate all this shit.
Give me the 99 ALDS over the 07.
Oh my God. Grow up.
Wow.
Pedro didn't go 6 shut in 07. I'll tell you that much.
No hit.
Oh my God.
6 shut.
3-1 comeback in the ALCS. I'm watching Josh Beckett say fuck you to his ex-girlfriend. Fuck you to his ex-girlfriend. That means something. That's love.
Fausto Carmona was like 47 years old, and it wasn't even
talk about Roberto Hernandez like that.
Fausto Carmona.
Yeah. What was his real name? Roberto Hernandez?
Roberto Hernandez. Yeah.
Didn't there was like a story that they had a birthday cake for him in the clubhouse on Fausto Carmona's birthday and his actual birthday. They did like 2 cakes for each birth certificate. Yeah,
I'd believe it.
Yeah. All right,
and then didn't he turn into Ubaldo Jimenez? Wasn't that all the same guy?
Ubaldo was very much his own man.
Yeah, he's
a real boy. Yeah,
he pitched. I know he's real.
Pitched
but
the 2007 World Series.
Wasn't he also Fausto Carmona?
Well, Fausto Carmona was on the 2007 Indians, so he couldn't have also been on the 2007 Rockies.
I do think you're right. I do think there was an actual Fausto Carmona. I don't know that it was Ubaldo.
Well, yeah,
though.
he used his birth certificate.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, there was definitely a Fausto Carmona, but there was also Ubaldo Jimenez. But didn't his name change too sometime in his career?
I mean, David Ortiz was David Arias when he was with the Twins.
Yeah,
Giancarlo.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
He was
Mike.
just he was just Mike.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I didn't see this episode ending with Fausto Carmona identity controversy, but happy,
Here we are.
happy Friendsgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Enjoy Townie drinking night on Wednesday. Be safe.
Give me a double, Pat.
And enjoy your roast beef, everybody.
Buenas noches, amigos.